and Chewy.
And good morning, and welcome into the starting lineup, ESPN Radio 1340, 1069, WCDT Winchester. I am Joe Abraham in studio this morning with Schubert. And it is a rainy, dreary, nasty Monday morning. But it's okay, because even though my Wookiee is a little bit slow on the draw this morning, and he's not feeling so well, I've got my wax stick with me, and so anytime this morning you get out of line, Chewy, you know what's coming. And for people who are like, you can't do that, that's abuse. No, it's not. He's not from this world. He's either alien and or Wookiee. He doesn't have any rights. I checked. How are you this morning, my friend?
I'm okay, Joe Ram. I'm enjoying the weather.
Yeah.
Brett Crabtree already in the chat saying, Happy Monday. Happy Monday, Brett Crabtree.
Good Monday morning to Brett. Be like Brett, jump into chat and get involved in today's show. You can do that by heading on over to the Facebook page, Facebook.com/ESPN Winchester. Jump into the FMO Facebook feed there. You can also call into the show 931-967-3500. AC sometimes pops up and likes to do that and throw us off and talk about all this random crazy stuff. But you can be like AC and call the show. You can also text the show if you want to be anonymous and be like anonymous. And you can do that over at 931-305-5611. There's this guy anonymous who keeps messaging us just being overly critical. Not of me, of course. Loves me. Chewy. Just can't stand Chewy.
Oh, well, you know, I get it.
It's all the Chewy things. So, Chewy.
Yes.
I have a few things that we're going to get into this morning, and we will have the Franklin County Prevention Coalition joining us this morning because it is, the second Monday of the month, and that's what we do on the second Monday of the month. We're joined by Miss Felicia and the Prevention Coalition. I think that's coming up at 8 o'clock in hour number 2. But to start right off the bat, so for people, just to pull back the curtain, and normally I wouldn't do this to you, Chewy, but it kind of plays into what I wanted to jump right into this morning. Chewy woke up, he's not feeling that well this morning. Felt like he was hit by a truck. And I think I know why. I am sad to announce, if you haven't already seen this, I'm sad to tell you this on air, if, again, you haven't already heard. Did you hear that Sam Neill died?
No.
And for people who don't know, that's the guy from Jurassic Park, Dr. Alan Grant.
Really?
Passed away. Yeah.
He passed. So when was this? Yesterday?
Let me pull it back up. I've got it sitting right here in front of me. Let's see here. Sam Neill, the star blockbuster Jurassic Park veteran, died at 70. He was 78 years old.
Wow.
Didn't realize he was that old.
I didn't either.
Dr. Alan Grant died in Sydney, Australia this morning.
Dang.
Monday morning.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. Now,
Lindsey Graham died over the weekend, too.
I saw that. Mitch McConnell almost died. Everybody thought he was dead for a little while.
He's in dead limbo.
Well, So I think it was one of those things. Talk about aliens and people that aren't from here. I think it was one of those things where they weren't sure. You know, they had to like find some. I don't want to say.
Yeah. Those are for after the show.
those are off-air jokes. Anyway, they figured out how to bring him back.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, really sad. You know,
this whole weekend was kind of weird.
Well, it was, but I didn't think that he was that old. B, you know, I figured that maybe that might be part of the reason because it's almost like a piece of you dying.
Yeah.
I mean, Jurassic Park is at your core, and man, they just don't make them like they used to.
No, they don't. It'll be sad because that guy he did a lot of like really interesting extracurricular stuff.
Yeah,
A lot of really interesting like psychedelic pieces and stuff. And
really,
yeah.
he doesn't come across as that. He comes across as like very straight and narrow.
He does, and it was funny to see some of the roles that he took on, but he ended up killing it every time, especially with those like really weird and strange horror pieces. So, dang, that's a real shame there, Joe.
Well, you talk about the weird and strange horror pieces. He was in what was the one at the space movie?
Space Cowboys?
No,
Apollo 11?
no. Oh man,
Event Horizon?
Event Horizon, and
Yeah.
it's actually terrifying.
Yeah, it's something else.
It's one of those where it would be way better with today's more modern CGI and that type of stuff. But at the time, when I first saw that movie was up there with like Poltergeist for me. It was one of the scariest movies ever, and he was the captain on the ship for that. It was brutally scary. But do you have a favorite moment? Favorite Dr. Alan Grant moment?
Ooh, yes, actually, and it doesn't come from the original.
Really?
Yeah, it actually comes from Jurassic Park 3.
Right.
And it is when he finds the kid who is lost in the tank, and he holds up the jar, and he goes, "This is T-Rex pee," and he goes, "How did you get it?" And then the kid goes, "You don't want to know."
Yeah. Jurassic Park 3, one of the worst Jurassic Parks in my opinion. Did you like Jurassic Park 3?
I loved it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
As an adult, I find it to be pretty.
Yeah.
You know what? It's better than I remember it being. Like after that one, who was the Scarlett Johansson one recently?
Yeah.
After I saw that one, I was like, well, this is a masterpiece. I was like, I don't know what I was complaining about.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, I wish I would make them like this again.
Yeah.
It is. There's so many different levels to Jurassic Park. Certainly. I thought that maybe that was why you weren't feeling well this morning. Maybe you had heard that news.
I didn't even know. Now I feel worse.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome.
Psychologically.
Yeah. No. No. I do apologize for that. It's interesting. There are like certain actors that you just kind of feel like are going to live forever, right?
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. Well, Morgan Freeman may live forever. Was it Robert Duvall that recently passed away? That's a guy that I thought was going to live forever. It just, and then when they do go, it's shocking.
It's almost like an era is over a little bit, I don't remember when Marlon Brando died, but like I can like picture it in my head. Whenever he passed away, it was almost like that part of Hollywood like closed its chapter.
Yeah.
And it's interesting where we've sort of like even the MCU is at a low point now where blockbusters aren't what they used to be.
Right.
And it's almost like we're turning that chapter down, and now the new internet gold rush is creepy internet stories. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
the back rooms.
We're in a weird place. I'm open to it. It's just sad seeing that kind of thing happen.
I still don't understand the concept of the back rooms, and I tried to get my kids to explain it to me this weekend. And their explanation was, well, it's kind of like when you trip and fall, and I still don't understand it. Maybe I need to watch the movie or something. Have you seen the movie yet?
Yeah, it's really good.
Does it explain the concept of the back rooms, or do you just have to know what it is?
And yeah, it explains it enough for where you like understand it. Like if you knew what it was beforehand, it might be a lot cooler.
Yeah.
But you don't need to have known what it is to understand what it becomes.
Okay.
It's sort of this. It's not worth going into, but it's like a slip space in between realm.
Right.
Basically.
Okay.
You can fall out of reality. And that's kind of what it's implying.
I haven't done that before. Have you fallen out of reality before?
No, but the concept is possible for you to, like, if you slammed your hand an infinite number of times on the desk, eventually the atoms will slip past each other.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I am so itchy.
I've noticed, dude. You still getting toe up by that poison ivy.
It's so bad. And I thought it was gone, and then I woke up this morning. It came back with like a vengeance.
Dang.
Anyway, all right. So today on the show, outside of me totally, crushing Chewy's heart, mind, and soul, we'll be getting into a lot of different things. I mentioned, too, in the interview there with Dr. Brad Shapiro, the age of Madonna, 67 years old. Speaking of aliens or beings that will never pass away, she looks like she's 40 still. Supposedly, she just got another #1 hit. I don't know.
She's had one in every decade now since like 1970.
Since when you started saying that, I literally thought you were going to say since 1930.
Yeah.
That's why with the direction I thought you were going
Since 1820, her vampiric baroness has had a hit every decade.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. But we've got a lot of things to get into that happened over the weekend, some fun things that we can get into. Also, just a little over a month away from football season opening up. Chewy, it is 39 days away, I think.
Wow.
If I did my math correct.
Well, so it's right around the corner. We're about to be popping around here.
Yeah. We've hit the point where if you head on over to Walmart now, not that I recommend it, I don't. If you head on over there though, they are starting to like the aisle full of beach towels is like going away. All the beach toys and all that type of stuff is going away. It's evaporating in front of us, and it's just all becoming school supplies. There's like an entire aisle of pencils now. Not sure how many different styles of pens and pencils we need, but we've got them all. And
you can stuff the bus too if you want.
I was just going to say that. What I would recommend is if you get a chance, head on over there and pick up some stuff for the Stuff the Bus campaign. And we'll tell you about it July 18th, which is, what is that, Friday?
Mm-hmm.
At Walmart from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can help us help the United Way stuff their bus. So if you walk in the front door, you just turn to your left, and I promise you'll see it as soon as you come in. There's like a whole row worth of stuff. Just grab a bunch of that stuff and run it on over here. You can even have it delivered to the station through either Walmart or Amazon. 1201 South College Street. Just have them drop it right off. And we got a bucket. Our bucket's already full for you slackers who haven't gotten anything in it yet. But we'll find more space for it, I promise you. So help us stuff the bus. We'll be back as we roll on here on this dreary Monday morning. I promise you, the show will get more exciting. I may or may not use this whack stick on Chewy. Coming up on the other side. It is the starting lineup. Mayhem Monday edition, ESPN Radio Winchester.
And it's the perfect time to refresh your home with hot deals from Furniture Merchandise Outlet in Tullahoma. Whether you're upgrading your living room, bedroom, dining room, or finding the perfect mattress, FMO has stylish furniture at prices your wallet will love. Visit Furniture Merchandise Outlet today at 105 North Jackson Street in Tullahoma, or shop anytime at FMOTN.com. Make your house feel like summer all year long with FMO.
This is ESPN Radio Winchester, where Franklin County comes to life. From local news and athletics to everything in between, we're proud to bring you the stories that matter right here at home. And it's all made possible by local businesses connecting with real people in our community every single day. When you support them, you support our local coverage. Over 75 years of Franklin County heritage. Want your business to be a part of it? Contact WCDT today. ESPN Radio Winchester. Franklin County plays here.
Now, here's your ESPN Radio Winchester weather forecast. Brought to you by our official smile partner, Dr. Garrett Orr and Winchester Family Dentistry.
Showers and thunderstorms are headed your way today all throughout the mid-morning and afternoon, with a chance of precipitation being at 90%, a high of 82 degrees, and some calm winds coming in from around 5 miles per hour. Stay dry while you stay tuned to ESPN Radio Winchester 1340 1069.
At ESPN Radio Winchester, we're proud to welcome Winchester Family Dentistry and Dr. Garrett Orr as our official smile partner. From routine cleanings and family dental care to helping you feel confident about your smile, Winchester Family Dentistry is committed to caring for patients with comfort, professionalism, and a hometown touch. Whether you're due for a checkup or looking for a dental team you can trust, call Dr. Garrett Orr and Winchester Family Dentistry, proud smile partner of ESPN Radio Winchester.
I'm Kristen Abraham, curator of Abraham Art Gallery right on the square in downtown Winchester. Looking for something unique? Every month brings a new featured artist, original art to inspire and share with the community. Come in, explore, and discover art that's ready to go home with you today. Whether you're redecorating, collecting, or just need something that sparks joy, this is your place. We're open Tuesday through Saturday. Find us on Instagram and Facebook. Visit abrahamgallery.com or stop by at 106 North High Street. You never know what you'll fall in love with.
Why choose More Courtney Funeral Home? Well, they're a fifth-generation funeral home taking care of the people of Franklin County since 1905. They're committed to serving you, dedicated to providing personalized, professional, compassionate service to help lighten your burden and help you out during these difficult times. More Courtney Funeral Home, 300 First Avenue Northwest in Winchester, 967-2222. More Courtney Funeral Home.
Joe had to mix up some more pre-workout, but he's ready to go another round. Back to the starting lineup. This is ESPN Radio Winchester.
Back here on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester. Joe Abraham alongside Chewy. I mentioned it. We're like 39 days away from the opening day of Franklin County football, which means we're even closer, Chewy, to school.
That's right.
Starting back. I remember those days. As soon as summer starts, it's like the countdown towards the next year, and you've always got this rising thing about summer break is from the moment it started, you knew that you were up against the clock.
Yeah.
And you had this rising level of anxiety. At least I did. Anyway, maybe I'm weird. Stop me if I'm lying. But I always had this rising level of anxiety as we got closer and closer and closer to the new school year. And along with it, depending on what I had done that summer, which was most of the time nothing, was this rising sense of, oh my gosh, I've accomplished nothing. I've accomplished nothing. I've done nothing. I've learned nothing this summer. I've done nothing with my summer. So hopefully teachers don't feel that way as well. But I think that they might. If you're a teacher, jump into chat. Let us know what you've done with your summer. What have you done? I'd love to know what teachers do over the summer. I know some of what they do. Like Kent Bean goes diving for people's cell phones that they lose in the lake. Landon Relford is fixing people's cars. What do we got in the chat this morning?
Alice Davis jumped in saying, hey, she's reminded everyone about the stuff, the bus. She says Dollar Tree has all kinds of stuff, and they can even get character backpacks for $5.
$5?
So there you go.
You go in. It's a Chewy backpack.
Oh, dude. I'm rolling in tomorrow with that.
It'd be like the Temu Wookiee backpack. You go to it, and it looks like the official. It looks like Chewbacca. When you buy it, you think you're buying a Chewbacca Wookiee backpack, and it just the title of it is Wookiee backpack, and it comes and it's a picture of Chewie's face.
And it's like obviously like half the size of my back, so it's like Chewie's like not my set for not my age group, you know. So I'm like, I'm still rocking it.
Anyway, I'd love to know what teachers are doing. The kids are back at it, right? So last week they got back at it after dead period. They had 2 weeks off of nothing for all these kids that are in athletics. A lot of them, Chewy, though, they found ways to still compete over the dead period. whether it be just training on their own or privately or whatever the case is. But I saw all weekend long this weekend, I saw our softball girls were out. We had, I think, two of the girls, Adeline Carter and one of the other girls, I can't remember who the other girl was, from the Franklin County High School softball team, both hit grand slams over the weekend.
Wow.
Yeah. But they're playing in tournaments all over the place. We've got our girls basketball team doing the same thing. They're out playing as well, tournaments all over the place. A bunch of them went up to Kentucky, and I would just like for them to know your work, your efforts that you're putting in, all the things the work that you're putting in is not go unnoticed. Very excited for the work that a lot of our athletes are putting in over the summer. Now, I wanted to mention, I've gotten some feedback. I won't say from who. I've gotten some feedback from the 7-on-7 this past week. We've got a couple more coming up this week, I think Tuesday and Wednesday this week. And I mentioned to you guys last week, we spent one of the shows on how well the team played against Cannon County and Fayetteville City. And they were just absolutely tearing them up. And the guys, the players on the sideline, it was so impressive. They were shocked that they were even able to move the ball down the field. This is, again, a group of guys who has not seen a lot of success. They've won one game over the last 2 years. And so it was shocking to them how successful they were against teams that have pretty good histories. Pretty good recent histories, anyway. And what I have heard is that the coaching staff is, A, they're on point. And B, the other thing I heard was the coaching staff recognized that they were kind of shocked and surprised at how much success they were having. And afterwards, one of the main points that they discussed with the boys is, guys, that's all well and good. Get past that. Put that out of your mind. This is the new stand. This is the expectation now. Don't worry about what you thought. Get those preconceived notions of what we are or what we were or all of that out of your head. And with all due respect to the previous, regime and coaching staff and all the things, we're not worried about any of that. This is a new team. This is a new day. And they basically said to the boys, get used to it. Success is what we expect now. And the more and more I hear about this program, the more excited I get. The more exciting a season I think that we're about to have. And to all of that, if you were living under a rock late last week and did not see, I'm not the only one getting excited. Philip Fulmer is very excited about what's going on here, to the point where he is coming to town. He's hosting a dinner. I don't think he's hosting it. The quarterback club is putting it on, but he is going to be there as the keynote speaker. And he's going to have a conversation with folks about where we're at as a program, about where we can go, where he believes that the program can go. And I'm very excited about that as well. So if you would like to go to that dinner, I encourage you, check out the Quarterback Club's Facebook page. We posted it as well on our Facebook page. But like I said, I'm not the only one getting excited about it, Chewy.
Yeah.
And I think that there is a level of confidence and chemistry building this summer at Franklin County High School on a football field, something that fans have wanted for a long time. Now it's going to fall to us as the supporters to live up to that.
And the tickets for the dinner are also available right now, too,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, they're on sale. They sold in one day, Chewy. They sold like half of the tickets. Maybe not half, but almost half of the tickets.
Wow.
Like 13, 14 tables, something like that.
Tables?
Tables.
Dang.
Entire tables, not seats.
Not seats, but tables.
Tables, which is 8 people
Wow.
at a table.
That's incredible.
So if you want to go to this thing, I recommend you get on your Honda and get your tickets purchased because they're not going to last long. Yeah, first day, they sold like half the tickets. So definitely check that out. All right. Chewy, over the weekend, I know you're a huge MMA fan. Totally stone-faced.
Yeah, like I was
Do you know what
waiting.
MMA is?
Mixed martial arts?
Okay.
Is this about Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but I did see his name pop up a few times.
Man, my legs are so itchy. For people who don't know, I have poison ivy all over my legs. Don't weed whack without pants on.
Hey, Christopher Lambert did jump in saying he was excited to watch some high school football this season and college football. Going to be a great season.
It is. Lambo is excited because he thinks Notre Dame, his boys in the blue and gold, are going to win the national championship. I wonder if Lambo seems like an MMA guy. Lambo, are you an MMA guy? I know Lambo is a wrestling guy, but I don't know if he likes. He could be one of those guys who like really gets into MMA. I could see him wearing MMA shirts, but I could also see Lambo being like anti-MMA because he's such a wrestling purist.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Lambo, MMA or not?
So what happened?
Okay, so Conor McGregor jumped back into the octagon, not the ring, the octagon. Patty the baddie.
There you go.
So he jumped back into the octagon for the first time in like 5 years. I think the last time we saw him was when his leg snapped.
Oh.
Is that right? Am I lying? I am not a big MMA guy, but I'm one of those types of people who can get really excited about one fight.
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody's tuned in. Conor McGregor's return in Vegas. Huge fight. One of the greatest, they say one of the greatest cards in UFC history. They were super excited, just pumping it up. The fight, the Conor McGregor fight, lasted 69 seconds. And really didn't even last that long. If you saw the fight or the highlights of the fight, because there's not really many highlights, he came out, Chewy, of his... Do octagons have corners? He came out of his angle, and he came out of his angle and threw like a flying kick thing, came down on his right knee, didn't come down on his knee, came down on his right foot, and his right knee kind of buckled weird.
Oh.
First kick he threw, first thing he did, he didn't come out just like fighting, he came out kicking. Came across the octagon and threw this kick. And there are people that are saying he was already injured or he wasn't right, he wasn't ready to go, and that he was already kind of limping into the octagon and this, that, and the other. I don't know nothing about that. But he blew out his knee in the first 5 seconds of the fight.
Oh, my God.
He tried to continue, got up, threw another kick, fell down because he literally couldn't hold the weight of doing the kick. Fell down 2 or 3 more times, and then he got up again and went to throw another kick, and he grabbed his knee, and the ref stopped the fight.
Jeez.
Massively disappointing.
Alice Davis says he should have stayed out.
Yeah.
Dang.
Should have stayed retired. Which brings me to a question that we'll talk about shortly in the next segment. Father Time. Would you rather see guys keep competing, keep playing? Tiger Woods is a great example of this. Would you rather see him keep going, LeBron James? Or do you just want to see him retire without having to watch them kind of fall to pieces? We'll talk about that next. It is the starting lineup. This is ESPN Radio Winchester.
Stimulant misuse can take many forms. It may involve abusing methamphetamine or prescribed ADHD medication. Both carry real risks when not used safely or under medical supervision. Prevention starts with education and open communication. The Franklin County Prevention Coalition provides tools and local resources to help families make informed decisions. When we stay proactive, we are stronger together, and we are stronger without it. Learn more at fcpctn.org. This project is funded under a grant contract with the Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services.
Your floors set the tone for your entire home. Whether you're updating a single room or giving your entire house a fresh new look, trust the team with more than 30 years of flooring experience. Discount Floors and More offers luxury vinyl plank, hardwood, tile, carpet, and professional installation backed by a workmanship warranty. Visit their showroom on the Bypass in Winchester or find them on the web at discountfloorsandmoretn.com. Discount Floors and More, transforming homes one floor at a time.
It's time for a local news break from the 931 Go News Center.
Winchester Utility System is asking customers to be aware of contractor crews now working throughout the service area as part of the utility's Advanced Metering Infrastructure, or AMI, upgrade project. Over the next several months, crews will be replacing electric and water meters across the community. Residents who see these crews in their neighborhoods are encouraged to know they are authorized to perform the meter replacement work as the utility continues upgrading its infrastructure and improving service for customers. The Franklin County Prevention Coalition is recognizing local businesses for their commitment to preventing underage alcohol sales. During alcohol compliance checks conducted Thursday in partnership with the Winchester Police Department, 21 of the 22 retail locations visited refused to sell alcohol to a minor. Coalition officials say the results reflect the dedication of local retailers to protecting young people and reducing youth access to alcohol. The coalition also thanked Detective Ryan Fuller, Detective Alex Bosch, and the Winchester Police Department for their continued partnership in promoting a safer and healthier Franklin County. And football fans will have the chance to hear from one of Tennessee's most legendary coaches later this month. The Franklin County High School Quarterback Club will host Dinner with Philip Fulmer on Sunday, July 26th, beginning at 5 p.m. in the Franklin County High School Gymnasium. Fulmer, a Franklin County native and former University of Tennessee head football coach, guided the Volunteers to the 1998 National Championship. Tickets are $50 each, with reserve tables for 8 available for $350. Tickets will go on sale Monday, July 13th, and may be purchased at Russell Barnett Chevrolet, ESPN Radio Winchester, or through any Franklin County High School Quarterback Club member. Seating is limited. For details on these stories and more, visit 931go.com. Stay informed and stay connected to your community with ESPN Radio Winchester.
Shelby, previously on the Paul Feinbaum Show.
You know what, Chris? Let me tell you something. Why don't you go catch your breath before commenting on somebody else's? And Paxaw Tuscaloosa Jim Duggan. Just shut up, because I could strike you out blindfolded, pitching underhand with both arms tied behind my back.
Okay, why don't we take a break? I'm pretty exhausted.
The Paul Feinbaum Show, weekdays at 3 Eastern on the ESPN app and on the SEC network. We apologize if this is your first time, but yes, unfortunately, this is normal. You're listening to the starting lineup on ESPN Radio 1340 1069, WCDT Winchester.
Back here on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester. Joe Abraham and Chewy. All right, Lambo responded to my question. What did he say, Chewy?
He was saying, I have fought in the Cage Combat Warriors promotion in Michigan. I've trained some fighters. I've also trained Dan Saravin, UFC Hall of Fame, and also wrestled Ho Warren in high school. He became Bellator MMA champion. He also jumped back talking about the limping thing. He said he wasn't limping, no prior injury. It was a freak accident. He put too much into the jump and the landing on the blah, blah, blah. And then
I didn't think he was limping either. He just kind of walks like that.
And then he says he was practicing that exact kick in the locker room during warm-ups. If he had any injury, there's no way he would have been doing that.
Right.
Rumor is that it was a solid $30 million payday, so all good.
Yeah.
$30 million, take a dive. I'm all about it.
He didn't take a dive. My question, and I did see the footage in the locker room beforehand of him practicing that kick. My question is, would you rather witness greatness for as long as possible? I stand by this with most athletes. As long as they're willing to go, as long as that competitive fire still burns inside of them, I'm all for it. I know some people want to see guys go out on top. I don't necessarily want to see a guy like listen, I'm not talking Rocky from the Rocky movie where I want a guy to come back and get hurt or put himself at risk. But if Jordan wants to come back and still thinks he can go, or LeBron still thinks he can play at 41, or Tiger Woods wants to play as long as he wants to play, or Conor McGregor wants to, get his face kicked in as long as he wants to get his face kicked in, I'm all for it. These are some of the greatest of their generation. And from a fan standpoint, I would say rather than being too concerned about, your own self-interests in terms of, I only want to remember them at their peak, why not switch it a little bit and look at it from your other own self-interests and say, you get a chance to witness greatness a little bit longer. Maybe not at the greatest level, but there was a time when they were the greatest. And if you get a chance to see that or show your kids that, I grew up with Tiger Woods. So if he's on TV calling my sons in and saying, this guy right here is the greatest golfer of my generation, one of the greatest to ever do it. And he may not look like it now, but man, back in the day, I think that there are a lot of guys that and ladies who are like that in sports. They're just not ready to hang it up. One of the guys who is not would be Tom Brady. I saw a graphic. I think there's only one team in the history of the NFL who did not have who Tom Brady did not have a winning record against. One team in the NFL, and he beat every team in the NFL at least once. And there are multiple teams which never beat Tom Brady when he was the starting quarterback of the other team.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll fill you in on that later on. But
Joe's ready to talk football.
Yeah, I am. It's right around the corner. I'm itching for it. Not just itching. My legs are not just itching. I'm itching to talk football. We do have trivia today as well. So let's do this. Let's go out to Scotty. He may not be ready. I might be jumping the gun a few minutes early.
Yeah, we're a little bit early, but we can get started if you want.
Yeah, let's go ahead and call him, and we'll see if we can get him on the line. Because what I'd like to be able to do is if we can knock trivia out, then on the other side of trivia, we'll go ahead and go out to Poultry, Electric, and Pearl Harbor.
Why?
What do you mean?
It's today Monday.
It's Monday.
Yeah. Never mind.
What do you mean, what do I mean?
I thought today was
Listen,
Tuesday.
I got this. You see this stick right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure you know.
I'm aware.
Of the stick?
Of the stick. That apparently that may be the only thing I'm aware of.
Yeah.
But
it's okay.
Say la vie.
We all have days like this. You're gonna get through it because I'm gonna whoop you through it. Yeah.
Watercrafts.
Hello, brother. How are you today?
Hey, how are you?
Oh man, we're making it. It's a little bit dreary out there, but
yeah, man.
I feel like the sun is always shining though over at Drafts and Watercrafts, even when it's not. It just gives me that summer vibe every time I get down there on the floating restaurant down by Tim's Ford or down on Tim's Ford Lake. How was y'all's weekend?
It was good, all this rain. I'm feeling like we may need a little bit more rain. My mud's starting to get a little dehydrated. I want to add some more water to my mud. It seems like we get rain every day, but like you said, it's always you're on the water, and it's always a good view, and so the rain shouldn't stop you from coming down. We're completely covered and have a roof and everything over all the sides of it. So once you get down there, you're good and dry.
There you go. So you guys have trivia tonight over there at Drafts and Watercrafts. But what do you guys have going on this week?
We've got a full week ahead of us. Tonight is our trivia night. Starts at 6:30, rain or shine. If you do want a table, you can call ahead, and we'll make sure we have it for you. If you want to call in before 2 o'clock to reserve you a table, we can do that. Wednesday night, we have Singo starting at 6:30. This is week 9 of the Idol. So got that going on. Sign-up start at 6, and the Idol starts at 7. We've got live music Friday night with Brandon Elder from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday night, we have a band named Escape Band. They're going to be playing from 7 to 10:30. And then Sunday, we have live music with Tim Taylor. So, and it's 12 to 3. So we've got something going on every week. And we're open 7 days a week. So you can come down. We're open every day at 11 a.m. And then on Saturdays and Sundays, we open at 8:30 and we do breakfast until 11.
Yeah, you guys do have a packed week.
We do.
All right, so before we get to trivia, I've got a trivia question for you.
All right.
Reverse trivia. All right, so there's one team that Tom Brady does not have a winning record against in the NFL. Can you name that team?
Is there a team that he's been with at the Super Bowl?
No.
Okay.
This is a tough one. I was blown away when I saw it. But you can add it to your repertoire.
I don't know. I really don't know the answer to that one.
It's the Denver Broncos. He went 9.
Really?
Yeah, went 9-9 in his career against the Denver Broncos. It's the only team he does not have a winning record against. It's a neat trivia question as well because he was 500 against them. It's not like he didn't beat him. It's just doesn't have a winning record against them. All right, brother. So now that I got my trivia out of the way, what do you got for us?
I'm going to do a trivia question this morning. We're going to give away this morning an order of our Southwest egg rolls.
Ooh.
It's a Southwest chicken egg roll. And if you haven't won the past 30 days, you can win these Southwest egg rolls. And these are one of our more popular appetizers that we serve down there. So
yeah.
Did you watch the UFC fight this weekend?
I didn't watch the UFC fight. I was planning on watching the McGregor one, and it was over before I even flipped it on.
I've seen a lot of people say they went to the kitchen to get them a snack before the fight started, and it was over time they got back.
Yeah. I heard that it was a pretty good undercard, though. All the other fights, I got to go back and watch. I want to watch the Patty the Batty fight. But usually that's how I do it. Is I'm not like a pay-per-view guy. I'll go back and watch it afterwards.
Yeah.
But for folks who are wanting to get in on the trivia question, load the number into your phone. It's 931-967-3500. That's 931-967-3500, and you get a chance to win these Southwest egg rolls. All right, brother. What do you got?
We're going to do a UFC question.
I love it.
We had the McGregor fight. You ready?
I love it. Yes, sir.
What person holds the record for the most total fight wins in UFC history?
Ooh.
What person holds the record for the most total fight wins in UFC history?
All right, Lambo. This is your time to shine. Again, the number is 931-967-3500. All you got to know is who holds the most total wins in UFC history. You will get a free order of those Southwest egg rolls over at Drafts and Watercrafts.
Then you have to call in. You can't put it in the chat.
Yes, you got to call in. Chewy, you a big UFC guy? You have any ideas over there?
I do not.
I don't either. I'm not huge on my UFC. I'll get up for a fight or two here or there. But over at Drafts and Watercrafts, Scotty, do you guys have the UFC fights on usually?
Since they've changed it over to Paramount Plus now, I should be able to start having some of them.
Nice.
All right, we got a caller.
Yeah.
Go ahead, caller.
It's Jim Miller.
Jim Miller.
That's correct.
There was no doubt in caller's mind. Caller, what's your name?
It's Brett.
Oh, hey, Brett.
Oh, hey, Brett.
Brett Crabtree is our winner. Good job by you, Brett. And did you have to Google that one, Brett, or do you know that one?
No, I didn't. It was they showed it during the fight the other night.
Oh, did they?
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Jim.
But the Patty fight was fun to watch. It was quick too, though.
Was it? All right. I'll have to go back and check it out. All right. Well, there you go, Scotty. Jim Miller.
Jim Miller. So if you don't answer any questions tonight, you'll at least get that one right.
Yeah. You got to at least get the freebie. And
right.
Jim Sanders jumping into the chat. I'm seeing it pop up now in the chat.
Yeah.
There's some folks, and we had a couple of callers as well because I heard the beep. All right, brother. Well, good stuff. Listen, do me a favor. Don't roundhouse kick anybody over there at Drafts and Watercrafts. I know you've been all up in that UFC stuff, but don't choke anybody out. No reverse choke holds or arm bars or anything like that, all right?
I'll try to restrain myself.
All right.
Scotty, we did get one of the viewers here. They said that they went and got a sandwich last week from Trivia, and they said it was amazing and not something they'd normally order, but they have been missing out.
Ooh.
Yeah, that Oink Cluck.
Yeah.
So,
hey,
that's one we gave away last week.
Real quick, what week are you guys in again over there with the Lake Idol?
I think it's week 9.
Wow, that's crazy. Week 9.
So, then we're going to be doing 14 weeks. So
right.
You still got counting this week. You got 6 weeks left.
All right. Trivia tonight over there, and then on Thursday. Week 9 of Lake Idol. Go check it out at Drafts and Watercrafts and tell Scotty we said hi. All right, brother.
All right. Y'all have a good day. See ya.
That is Scotty once again. Chewy, I gotta worry about that guy. I gotta watch out for that guy.
Yeah.
I think that he would. I think that he would roundhouse kick you right in the chin.
Yeah, it depends on what you're ordering, I guess.
Yeah.
And how you order it.
If you order the wrong thing, you might get shouldn't say that.
Jim Sanders jumped in saying the club sandwich is incredible. Max Holloway is not far away behind Jim Miller. Christopher Lambert says. Andrew jumping in the chat this morning. Good morning, Andrew. And all kinds of stuff.
For everybody wondering, Chewy actually was almost an MMA fighter. They wouldn't allow him, though, to compete because they said his arms were too long and gave him an unfair advantage.
Yeah, and Dana White told me to get out of Las Vegas.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, that too. All right, we'll be back on the other side. Go out to Poultry Electric and Pro Hardware. It is the starting lineup. ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester. For people who don't know what CERN is.
That would be Chewy's. Like, if he could vacation somewhere, I think that'd be a spot he'd go.
I would kill to go to CERN.
I was about to say, I'm so disappointed.
Guided tours right here.
They do?
Guided tours.
No way.
Oh, so it's the thing from Spider-Man.
Kind of. Yeah.
But like in real life, and probably doesn't lead us to other dimensions of more Spider-Man.
That part of it.
It opens up the avenues for the conversation of parallel universes and how particles interact and the speed of light.
So it's the ultimate nerd machine.
Why choose More Courtney Funeral Home? Well, they're a 5th-generation funeral home taking care of the people of Franklin County since 1905. They're committed to serving you, dedicated to providing personalized, professional, compassionate service to help lighten your burden and help you out during these difficult times. More Courtney Funeral Home, 300 First Avenue Northwest in Winchester, 967-2222. More Courtney Funeral Home.
Got a project to tackle or a party to plan? Skip the stress and rent it instead at Reliable Rental in Winchester. From tools and heavy-duty machines to chairs, tables, and event essentials, they've got what you need to get the job done right. Whether it's work or a weekend celebration, Reliable Rental makes it easy. Stop by 2433 Deckard Boulevard in Winchester or check out everything they offer online at ReliableRentalFC.com. Reliable Rental. When you need it, they've got it.
Tune into the starting lineup on the FMO Facebook feed. Just go to Facebook.com/ESPN Winchester. Now, back to Joe and Chewy.
All right, let's head on out to Poultry Electric and Pro Hardware. It is the starting lineup and a Mayhem Monday. Coming up in hour number 2, the Franklin County Prevention Coalition will be in studio. See what's going on with those guys over there. Miss Felicia. And this is a time of year they start ramping up as well. They've always got something going on, but they're very heavily tied to the schools and such. So I'm interested to see what they have going on. Again, get involved in the show. Jump into the FMO Facebook feed today. Coming up this week on the station, we will have the District 1 C-Day debate between Mr. Bean and Stanley Bean and David Eldridge. Thank you.
We have Miss Christie on the line.
That's coming up on Thursday. Between now and then, though, we get to talk to Miss Christie over at Poultry Electric and Pro Hardware. Miss Christie, how are you on this dreary Monday morning?
I am just fabulous. I hope you are too.
I am, despite the rain.
Yeah, I haven't even looked out. It wasn't raining when I came into work. I knew it was going to, but it wasn't yet. I've been off for a week, so got to hit it running this morning. I've been busy.
I heard that you went on a mission trip. That's very cool.
I did.
Where'd you go to?
I went to Canada, but we don't really work with Canadians. Canada is this huge melting pot of all these people from all over the world. So mostly I worked with Filipinos this past week.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, it's some Indians, some, a lot of different nationalities there.
All types of people. Well, I appreciate you going and doing that and sharing God's word with people. That's really special. So you're back at it, and I'm sure that I'm sure that they left you a nice mound of paperwork sitting on your desk. When you got in this morning. Now
it's about a foot tall. Oh no, it's more than that. About 2 foot tall, but I've already gone through 1 foot of it.
There you
so
go.
We're working on it.
There you go.
On its way.
Well, one of the things that I wanted to ask you, it's been a little while since we spoke to you, but you guys still moving and grooving on all the appliances. Do you have any, new type of appliances that have come in here recently where there's, new technology or anything like that people might not be familiar with? Or is it that time of year? I don't know when they release the new stuff.
They release the new stuff to us in March, but they tell us about it, and then they go, "Oh, but you can't order it yet."
Oh.
So not all of it has hit the sales floor yet, but one of the newest technologies that they've come up with that I think everyone's really going to like. Everybody always wants that little bitty ice cube now in their refrigerator. So instead of having the ice in the door, they started putting double ice trays in the freezer. One ice tray comes out in small pieces and one comes out in regular ice cubes.
Oh, wow.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So if half your family likes crushed and half your family doesn't, everybody's happy.
There you go.
So,
sometimes it's the simple things. It's the small things, right, Miss Christie? And
absolutely.
Just having your appliances work is a positive.
Oh, yes.
So
for everything to function is wonderful.
So if people are maybe they're not necessarily in the market for a new appliance, they can't afford to pull the trigger on a new one yet, and they're trying to milk one along, get the most life out of an appliance. Do you guys have access to parts to be able to help them do repairs and things like that as well?
We do. All they have to have is their model number and tell us what part they're needing. We can order it, and usually it's here within 1 to 2 days.
Yeah.
If it's early enough in the day and they have it in our warehouse in Nashville, it's here in usually 1 day. If not, it usually has to come from a different part of the United States, 2 to 3 days max.
Yeah.
Usually. There have been times when it's no one can even get that part anymore because, the older appliances, sometimes they just make their parts obsolete so that you got to buy a new one. But most of the time we can get you figured out. I have a very knowledgeable man that I call. I send him pictures and go, "This is what I'm looking for. This is the kind of stove they have. Can you get this?" And he will call me back usually within an hour and go, "Okay, I located one. This is where it's at. I can get it here. We can get it to you."
Yeah.
So he's very, very good. And, he can just about find anything.
And for people wondering, yes, I knew that they did that because I've experienced that whole process before. Again, along my journey, we use the folks that we talk. Like if I'm talking to Heath Automotive, it's because we use Heath Automotive. If I'm talking to Poultry Electric and Pro Hardware, it's because I had to call up. And even though, Chewy, we rent our home and the appliances are the homeowners or the I guess the landlord's responsibility, I took care of it for him. I said, hey, the electric starter and the oven went out, but it's okay. I got you. My guys over at Poultry Electric and Pro Hardware, they're going to send me a new one or order a new one, and I'm going to put it in myself. And sure enough, I did. And guess what? It actually worked. Yeah.
It worked.
Chewy's looking at me like, you did what?
I was surprised by that. Yeah, I'm glad to hear it, though. I'm not surprised because Poultry Electric was involved.
No, yeah. We were able to get that knocked out. And like I said, I was able to order that piece. I had nothing to do with it. All I had to do was send Miss Christy and Jeff a picture of the model number, like she said, and they ordered it, and it was there within a couple of days or so, and I put it in. It was sitting on the kitchen table longer than it took for me to order it and get it in. Yes, by a long time. And so if you're looking to repair an appliance, they can help you with that as well. Well, Miss Christy, what else you guys have going on over there at Poultry Electric? Anything interesting going on this time of year?
I know people don't want to hear this yet because it is like in the 90s out there and high humidity, but don't wait till the last minute to get those yard things together that you're going to be using when the leaves start falling.
Oof.
And getting the paint and sprucing up your house a little bit while the weather's nice before you have all that company. Cause we're not that far off. I passed a sign in a store the other day, and this has been like a week ago, so it's less than this now. It was like 172 days till Christmas.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, thank you for the warning. And that was like over a week ago, so we're even lower than that now. So it will be here before you can turn around all the, the people coming into your home and checking things out. And, don't wait till Christmas Eve to decide that your range is not working and you need a new stove because you might not be able to find the one you want. Come in now. If it's having problems, at least, if it needs parts or if you need a new one, get all that checked out. Lawn work will be coming up. Hedge trimming and tree trimming if you do that in the fall, and just anything like that you need. Leaf bags, all of that. Start getting it all gathered together. Don't wait till the last minute.
Right. You don't want to be having to learn how to run your new oven like the week of Thanksgiving. You want to be already trained up and ready to go on it so that you don't burn my apple pie. Right, Miss Christy?
There you go. That's right. That's right. Be prepared.
There you go. Well, where can they find you guys over there at Poultry Electric and Pro Hardware?
You can come and visit us and look at our appliance showroom or anything else we have in the store at 1991 Sharp Springs Road, right here in Winchester, Tennessee. You can give us a call at 967-7351. You can check us out on the web at poultryelectric.com.
And if you go over there and tell them that you want the radio special, $13.40 on propane out the door for a grill bottle. I think it's a 20-pound bottle of propane.
20 pounds. You are correct.
All right, Miss Christy. Have a great week. It's great to have you back.
Thanks. You have a great one, too. Bye.
Hour number 2 of the starting lineup on a Mayhem Monday coming up on the other side. I just saw Miss Felicia walk past the window, so we'll have the Franklin County Prevention Coalition in on the other side. It is ESPN Radio, 1340, 1069, WCDT Winchester.
No two patients are alike. High Point Health with Ascension St. Thomas delivers care centered around your health, your goals, your story, your recovery. From routine checkups to critical procedures, we use today's medical technology and advanced clinical practices to help you feel better, recover faster, and return home to the community you love. We don't just specialize in care, we specialize in you. Learn more at highpointhealthsystem.com.
Looking for a reliable car at an affordable price? Stop by Money Down Motors here in Decker. We specialize in quality pre-owned vehicles with low down payments and flexible financing options. No matter your credit history, drive away today with
Why choose more court in a funeral home? Whether a fifth-generation funeral home taking care of the people of Franklin County since 1905, they're committed to serving you, dedicated to providing personalized, professional, compassionate service to help lighten your burden and help you out during these difficult times. More Courtney Funeral Home, 300 First Avenue Northwest in Winchester, 967-2222. More Courtney Funeral Home.
Got a project to tackle or a party to plan? Skip the stress and rent it instead at Reliable Rental in Winchester. From tools and heavy-duty machines to chairs, tables, and event essentials, they've got what you need to get the job done right. Whether it's work or a weekend celebration, Reliable Rental makes it easy. Stop by 2433 Deckard Boulevard in Winchester or check out everything they offer online at reliablerentalfc.com. Reliable Rental. When you need it, they've got it.
Southern Middle Tennessee's sports leader, WCDT 1340 AM, W295 AV, 1069 FM. Broadcasting live from the ESPN Radio Winchester studio, it's the starting lineup. Now, here are your hosts, Joe Abraham and Chewy.
Back here on the starting lineup on a Mayhem Monday. Joe Abraham and Chewy. Welcome you to get involved in the show. Jump on over to the FMO Facebook feed. And speaking of getting involved in the show, we've got Eric Smith, the executive director over at the Franklin County Prevention Coalition, and Miss Felicia Kelsey in studio this morning. And they're here to talk with us about the Prevention Coalition. You know, it's one of those things, you guys are so tied into the schools that a lot of people might think, oh, summer break, you guys don't really have a whole lot going on. I have discovered that's like the opposite of the case. You always have something going on over there at the Prevention Coalition. And welcome both of you this morning. How are you today?
Thanks. Good.
Good. Thank you.
It's good to see you both. Good to have you in this morning. So, this week you were just telling me about some of the things that you guys have coming up. Yeah. I don't know how you handle, like, keeping your head straight with all the different things you guys are involved with, but where are you guys going to be just this week alone?
Well, if you know me, my head's never straight. That's the beauty of getting to know me, and Eric will say that. Actually, this morning, he and I were doing what we do every morning, taking about the first 30 to 45 minutes just to line up what we had going for the week and the day. And we're going to be over at the sports camp with Miss Lisa Clark with Winchester Swimplex is putting that on. And we're going to be over speaking to the kids at lunch today about that. And we're excited to do that. It's first time for that camp, or the first time we've been a part of it.
Yeah.
Miss Lisa's a great community partner. We love working with her. And she's got a lot of great camps coming up. She's got this one. And then next week is the triathlon.
Yeah.
So reach out to them and find out more about that. And then Friday at our office, we are going to be a part of the Isaiah 117 Lemonade Stand fundraiser, and it's a competition. Yeah. So come out and support us. From 10 to 2 at our office, we will have a stand set up, hoping to raise the most amount of money in Franklin County.
Right.
Which is a great thing because Eric and I both, with our Hearts for Children in the county, that's really a great resource we have here, and want to be a part of helping with that. And then also we got invited over to the Fun in the Sunday at the Franklin County Housing Authority, and we did that last year. We'll be over there at 11. I know they usually do door prizes. We'll have probably trivia, some giveaways, and of course talking about prevention with the kiddos and just having a great time. So we're really excited about all that. What am I forgetting?
I think that's the highlights of the week that we have lined out already, and we're just trying to to incorporate every aspect of Franklin County,
Yeah.
whether from the youth to the seniors to the housing authority. We're just trying to be available for every citizen.
Yeah. So what I heard throughout all of that is kind of the all the different partners that you guys have within the community, from the the pool and the swimplex area to Isaiah 117 house. But it's important because you have all of these different programs throughout the community that have similar, they touch, similar demographics of whether it be families or kids or whatever the case is. And a lot of them, again, open doors to people that you may not reach otherwise. And, you guys work hard in terms of finding those partnerships, developing those partnerships, and working together towards some of the same goals. For people who might not know and might not realize what the Prevention Coalition is and does, and what those goals, those overall goals are, if you were to give a 10,000-foot view as to, well, that's interesting. Why are they working with the pool? Why are they working with the 117 house? What would you say kind of is the overall view of what the Prevention Coalition does for people just maybe listening and hearing about it for the first time?
I think the number one thing that our goal is to reduce or eliminate misuse of substances throughout the county. That is the number one overall goal. I don't want to say secondary, but also right with the same importance of that is connecting the community citizenships with whatever service they may need. I feel like we're a hub in the county that can, we may not have that service, but we know someone who does have that service. Right. So I feel like those work together, but ultimately our goal is to prevent misuse of substances.
Yeah.
We're definitely a bridge.
Yeah.
To resources. I always like to say that. You mentioned us being involved in the school system. We have not started working with the school system all summer. We've been working quite a bit, actually. And even tonight, we will be at the school board meeting. Yeah. So policy change, all kinds of things, but healthy citizens of Franklin County, whether that's, Eric and I's vision is a lot broader. It's from infancy all the way to senior. Mm-hmm. So, week before last, we were at the senior center doing a training for naloxone and for other prevention materials.
And the reason that I kind of led you into that question is for folks who maybe have just been introduced to the station for the first time here recently. One of the things that has been a hot conversation here as of late has been the conversation surrounding, the sheriff's office and the election and all the things. And I think that when we went through the debate this past week, each one of them listed drugs, the situation with drugs as the number one concern that they had going on right now within the county. And so regardless of which gentleman takes that office going forward, number one, all of them have the same understanding of how big of an issue that it is. And all of them will be tremendous partners with you guys because that's your mission as well. And I think that's worth recognizing is that there are leaders within the community who have an aligned vision. And again, we may have different ideas as to how to get there, but we all know where we're rowing right now.
Exactly.
Right?
Absolutely. I was in a business this weekend, and someone I had went to school with came up and gave me a hug, and she said, you've got one of the hardest jobs there is. And I don't see it that way. I love what we do so much. It's such hard work, Joe. But then again, when you look at the broad scheme of things, my husband and I the week before were on vacation, doing a lot of driving, talking, and I do start to think about the big picture. And Eric and I do have the hardest job there is in Franklin County, and we have the best team in Franklin County, and we could not do what we do without our team. But in regards to the job we have, it's huge. It's really huge.
I think what keeps me going really is when you think about it, for every dollar spent on prevention can save from $10 to $64 according to national averages.
Wow.
In money for the citizens. So the harder we work at the prevention, we're saving every citizen money in the long run.
Absolutely. And that's why you'll see us so heavily embedded this year in the schools. That's one thing I have to give a shout out to Franklin County Mayor Chris Guess and his support, and throughout all of county government, the support of the county commissioners and everyone about how important our roles are in the school system throughout this county doing the prevention work. Because if you lay that foundation, I break it down into real simple terms. We learned in Bible school, what do you want to build your house on? Do you want to build it on sinking sand or a stronger, we want to build that strong foundation for the students and for the children.
Yeah. Well, and we've already seen the impact, years ago, it was, meth and the issues that created within the community. And it's well documented and things like that, where Franklin County was in that battle. And today, the conversation, a lot of it surrounds fentanyl and some of the things. But speaking of things that have been taken off the streets and changes that have come up, starting in the month of July, there was some things that were put into place from the state level that made it harder for certain things to be accessed. Talk a little bit about that as well, because I know that's something that's exciting from your perspective.
Yes, I think just getting the kratom out of these gas stations and the ease of getting them is going to make a difference. I think we're going to see a little bit of backlash up front with some of the people that was strongly addicted to it. So we're hoping that, we have the resources and information to provide people who are struggling with that. But I think, it is a step in the right direction. I think a lot of the other stuff that is accessible in the gas stations needs to be regulated a little more, a little heavier. And I think with a lot of it going out of the agricultural hand and coming into the, what am I trying to say?
FDA.
Yes. Then we're going to see a big difference on the regulation.
Yeah.
Not FDA, ABC. I'm sorry, ABC.
Yeah, ABC board. Yeah.
Sorry, so many acronyms.
Yeah. Well, so you mentioned, you kind of touched on it there, but that's one of the kind of the ironic things about this situation, right? Is that you guys have been fighting against it being so easily accessible, which may upset people, having see it be pulled out. But then on the flip side, if they're going through withdrawals and other things like that, and they're struggling coming out on the other side, you are the resource that they need to contact.
And we absolutely want them to reach out to us. And we are constantly looking for ways to make those conversations easier for individuals of Franklin County. And you would not believe the letters and the calls we've got in the last probably 3 weeks of parents seeking out or individuals seeking out help and resources, and then letters from individuals who maybe it's somebody in their life who is so proud that they took that step and they're now in a rehab facility and getting the treatment they need. So just know there is no stigma when you reach out to us for help. That's who we want to be. We're hope dealers. And as long as there's breath, there's hope. And there is no judgment. Eric and I both will tell you, there is no judgment within our office whatsoever. And we want to meet people where they are. And you talk about retailers, Joe, we really formed our task force and we took a couple months off, but we really want to see a lot of this stuff out of the sight of our children. We don't know what that's going to look like yet. We're just thankful right now the kratom's gone. But I will tell you, and talk about community partners in the Winchester PD, Detective Ryan Fuller and Detective Alex, we went out and I did a compliance check, my first one I've ever done with them this last week. And out of 22 stations in Winchester, 21 were compliant. That's great.
Yeah.
That means that the retailers are being responsible, and that's what we want to see. It was an eye-opening experience to me to just kind of get to see the whole interaction, get to, be in the full picture of what's out in the stations. And I'll just tell you, we're in the gas stations a lot, and they had changed what they're carrying since I had been in there.
Yeah.
So it's a constantly evolving situation for us, and we have to stay current on it.
Well, when we come back, we'll have more from the Franklin County Prevention Coalition. Again, Felicia Kelsey and Eric Smith in studio with us. It is the starting lineup on a Mayhem Monday. This is ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester.
Children's Initiative in Franklin County brings together schools, first responders, and community partners to identify risks early and protect our most vulnerable. It's not about blame, it's about protection. And when we stand up for our children, we are stronger together. Learn more at fcpctn.org/DEC. This project is funded under a grant contract with the State of Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services.
Whether you need a quick fix or you got a full-on project, the team at Poultry Electric and Pro Hardware has you covered. From electrical and plumbing supplies to Makita power tools, Benjamin Moore paints, lawn and garden gear, and dependable appliances. They carry the brands you trust with service that treats you like family. Serving Franklin County for over 35 years, they're your local hardware experts and proud supporters of Franklin County sports. Located on Sharp Springs Road in Winchester and online at poultryelectric.com.
From the 931 Go Weather Center, it's time for an ESPN Radio Winchester weather update, presented by Bennett's Pharmacy.
Showers and thunderstorms are headed your way today all throughout the mid-morning and afternoon, with a chance of precipitation being at 90%, a high of 82 degrees, and some calm winds coming in from around 5 miles per hour. Stay dry while you stay tuned to ESPN Radio Winchester 1340 1069.
At Bennett's Pharmacy in Winchester, we're more than a pharmacy. We're your partner in health. Conveniently located at 1201 Dinah Shore Boulevard, we're here to serve you with fast, friendly, and personalized service. Need prescriptions filled? Looking for over-the-counter products? We've got you covered. Plus, enjoy local delivery and expert advice from our caring team. Call us today at 931-967-2777 or stop by Bennett's Pharmacy at 1201 Dinah Shore Boulevard today.
Well, that was an interesting last segment. Let's try that again. Back to Joe Abraham and Chewy. This is the starting lineup on ESPN Radio Winchester.
Back in studio with Eric Smith, the Executive Director of the Franklin County Prevention Coalition, and Miss Felicia Kelsey, who is the Family and Children's Services Coordinator over there as well. And we talked a little bit about y'all's involvement in the school system. Robbie Clark is the program facilitator over there. We've also talked about things like prevention and assisting folks who might be dealing with certain problems, challenges related to their addiction, and Dustin and Dylan. Dylan is, for folks who are wondering, Dylan is the Project Lifeline coordinator, and Dustin is the regional overdose prevention specialist. The two of them kind of go together hand in hand. I just always say Dustin and Dylan, and they handle different sides of a similar coin, so to speak. But talk a little bit about their role really quick.
Well, when you look at Dustin is we call him the brain of the organization. We used to say he was a big deal. We've kind of had to quit that because it kind of started going to his
head a little bit. Yeah.
But he is our drug trend specialist, but he's a regional overdose prevention specialist. And what Dustin does is he gets in and does those important naloxone trainings or Narcan trainings. And that is such an important resource to have for individuals to be trained with that. And then when you look at Dylan, and you'll see them a lot together just because they cover the same region, and we think, why work, harder when you work smarter? So we're like, y'all just stay together some because that works out that way. If you see one, you see the other. But Dylan is our Lifeline coordinator, and what that looks like is they offer a multitude of resources people probably don't even know. Yes, Dylan can help get treatment for individuals, but also mental health trainings like the QPR suicide training. What am I leaving out? I know I'm leaving out.
He's also able to connect people with local mental health facilities and make them aware of whatever the situation they're dealing with, to connect them with the right type of mental health stuff.
Yeah. I think that I didn't have an appreciation. A lot of times you hear the acronyms and they talk about it, and you just kind of think of it all as like working together, but you guys do each of you kind of specializes in different areas, and is an expert in different areas. And, you all have separate but together relationships with these partners across the community. And then Robbie Clark, again, we mentioned him. What does he do? When we talk about his position, what does that look like for the program facilitator?
He primarily will go into the school and he will perform an evidence-based program. We've been using the All-Star program. It's a 14-session program, and he just it's designed to help children or young adults to make positive decisions and healthy choices.
Yeah.
And it goes from peer pressure to substance use to family issues. It's like an outlet, and it's trying to teach them to make healthy choices.
Yeah.
It's all about building positive relationships,
Right.
Joe. And so that is a lot to do with that programming that Robbie will be doing in our schools. And we are lucky. Last week we sat down with Mr. Wiggs over at the alternative school. We'll be back in there offering a lot of things. And you think, why alternative school? Well, guess what? Because those positive relationships are still needed.
Yeah.
There's still resources that we can offer. There's still ways that we can implement maybe our in-depth nicotine classes. So many ways we can be heavily embedded in the school system. And Robbie's been a great addition to the team. He really has. Does an outstanding job with our youth coalition, who will be out Friday helping with our Isaiah 117 fundraiser. Also, they're learning so much. The goal of the youth coalition is to one day put us out of a job, that they'll come in and decide to take jobs in the prevention field. And Robbie's done a great job with that.
Mhm.
Went to Tennessee Teen Institute with them this summer. Not only that, but they've been packing naloxone kits. They've just been helping do a lot of the things that we need just to keep our office running.
Yeah, I think just from the time that I've been there, the growth of the youth coalition and the efforts to be leaders instead of just interacting with each other,
right?
You can see the impact that Robbie's making through that.
Well, y'all are picking up what I'm putting down, because and I must be really good at this interview thing, Chewy, because they totally went right into where I was. But that's what I was gonna say, is that talking about the youth coalition and talking about your efforts, we talk about the programs and how it's important to have partnerships with different organizations around the community, but the best partnerships, or some of the best partnerships that you can have, are actually with the youth, with the students who are right there kind of on the front lines every day. So outside of the youth coalition, do you guys have any other programs? I know that in the past you guys have had the Bridge program and things like that. Do you have plans for this upcoming year as far as what that looks like?
We have some exciting things. We have kind of formed a Bridge to Success, and that's going to look different in every school somewhat, based on basically when you're working with the school system, who knows better than the principal of that school, what that school needs? So we have been blessed to have already sat down with probably 6 principals and planned out some things for this year. We will be in Rock Creek during drop-off time 1 day a week. We will be also working with the counselor there to start a younger youth coalition. We're going to embed that in some of the schools. When you talk about Bridge, we were blessed to have the Bridge program where I got my start with the coalition for several years. It's looking a little different right now, but it's still doing those same things: positive action, reducing law enforcement stigma, resourcing, giving families resources. Don't think just because we're not having it at our office, we're not still working for the families of Franklin County, because I've been giving out food boxes. I've been giving out clothes. Eric will tell you, and it's not about me. It's about what we're able to do with the coalition. There's not a day that goes by that we're not able to help families in Franklin County. And as long as we can do that, we're going to keep doing that.
And the programs at the office, they are great, but the people we're trying to reach, they're in the schools. So if we can get to them instead of them having to come to us, we feel like we're going to increase our impact.
Yeah, and so you talk about the Youth Coalition. What is for people who maybe don't know, what is the Youth Coalition, and what are some of those kids doing? We talk about a leadership standpoint and the impact that they're able to have within the walls of those schools. But what are some of the things that those kids are doing as a part of the coalition?
Well, they're working to make campaigns within their school. The peer voice is the biggest one. So we're looking at how can we set up a anti-vape campaign. You look at each of the schools. They bring back to the Youth Coalition and say, hey, here's what an issue is at my school. How do we address that? They attend trainings just like we do, so that they can get QPR certification, so that they can get, I can't even think of the list. They got numerous certifications over at Tennessee over at Tennessee Teen Institute, numerous certifications while they were gone that helps them come back. Move to Stands, another thing. When Mr. Eric Van Zant, they're going to work with that group heavily. things that actually make them youth leaders within the school. And it may be something as simple as when we go out, they're there working the table. They're the first people that, the community sees. I know at Drug Take Back, we probably had, 5 come with us this last time.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing to watch them interact with the community partners, whether it was law enforcement, whether it was the mayor, the sheriff, whoever. It was neat to see them have the confidence to have conversations with those individuals that normally they might not feel confident enough to talk to or share their voice.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I think that having a student in that kind of leadership role within the school is really important, and it's a situation where SROs are kind of the same idea, right? Is that if you have somebody that you feel comfortable having an uncomfortable conversation with, if there's somebody that is a kid of your age and you're like, hey, I'm dealing with this at home. Do you have any suggestions? Or they see something within the walls of that school that either is a problem or will become a problem. That they can communicate with you guys and kind of stay ahead of some of these things, some of these challenges within the communities. It's a finger on the pulse. It's a direct link right to the kids, and it's not like they're tattletales or anything like that. They're literally leaders within, and I go back to the video that was on the scoreboard this past year.
Absolutely.
You had kids who were the quote unquote chain breakers on that video, and there were other kids in the stands at those games seeing those things saying, that's really cool. I want to be a part of that group, or what is that, and looking into that and starting the conversation. And that's what it's about, right? Is that again, reducing the stigma and having people just feel comfortable talking about it.
Absolutely. And our youth coalition, the beauty of it is no one particular demographic of student. We want anybody who wants to be a part of our youth coalition. There is a link on our website that you can go to and fill that out. And our website's www.fcpctn.org. Melanie DeBose has done a fantastic job with that and having that link on there. So if students want to apply, they can. The beauty is we want to start that younger also. We want to start developing those in elementary schools so that we can have those youth for more years. We actually just had 2 youth graduate this year, Lacey and Riley, and I'll name drop them. They were the first youth coalition members. I can remember working with them out at Camp Rain and things, and now to see them both, and the beauty is they both still want to be a part of it. They're still coming around. They've graduated and they're still coming this summer. So, hey, what do you have we can help with? We still want to be a part of the youth coalition. We still want to help. It may look different. We now may be, adult youth ambassadors, but this is what we want to do. And that's what we truly want to see, is that heart for prevention, that passion for it, because it's hard work. Joe, all day long, you'll find out, and I know Eric knows this, it's hard work.
Yeah, and with our youth, they're our driving force, and what better way to reach another youth but through a youth?
Yeah.
They're just going to respond better to a youth than they are an adult. So
1 in 8 children, this is a stat off of the fcpctn.org website, 1 in 8 children live in households with at least one parent who has a substance use disorder. And I think that that's the thing right there, right?
Yes,
that's my why.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, is there anything else that we have not gotten a chance to touch on this morning? It's been a wide range of conversation this morning, but we've touched on quite a bit. Is there anything else that we haven't gotten into that you want to get into while you're in here?
The only thing I would like to say to the community, to the businesses in Franklin County, if you're interested or if you don't really understand what your role could be or would be, let's talk.
Yeah.
Come to the office. We'll have a conversation. Give us a call.
Yeah.
We're open to anything and everything.
Yeah.
So we just want to be accessible for the community.
Yeah. Definitely get involved. I would say that. And it is such an important thing. We talk about, people say all the time, children are the future. Wow. The future is right now. These kids are living life right now.
Absolutely.
And the impact that you have on their lives today is what's going to stick with them going forward.
Our next coalition meeting is August 17th, and that'll be at noon at the Annex building in the community room. Please come join us.
Yes.
We have lunch. We have great discussion. You may not can see where you or your business or organization can fit in. I promise you we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
As Eric says, we'll sit down and figure it out. That's when the beauty. We have been so blessed, and I guess that's another thing we really need to do is thank people, because I can tell you my heart's moved every day. by people reaching out to us, by people caring, giving back to the youth, helping in some way, and inputting into our organization and making it what it is.
Well, thank you both
Thank you, Joe.
for everything that you do for our community. Again, Eric Smith and Felicia Kelsey, have a great week. And again, if you see them out there at one of these events, definitely say hi. Help them support this. Go buy some lemonade.
Absolutely. Please come. We want to win. We're competitive as the next people. We want to win. So come see us.
All right, guys. We'll be back on the other side. It is a Mayhem Monday. This is the starting lineup. ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester.
Summer is here, and it's the perfect time to refresh your home with hot deals from Furniture Merchandise Outlet in Tullahoma. Whether you're upgrading your living room, bedroom, dining room, or finding the perfect mattress, FMO has stylish furniture at prices your wallet will love. Visit Furniture Merchandise Outlet today at 105 North Jackson Street in Tullahoma, or shop anytime at FMOTN.com. Make your house feel like summer all year long with FMO.
This is ESPN Radio Winchester, where Franklin County comes to life. From local news and athletics to everything in between, we're proud to bring you the stories that matter right here at home. And it's all made possible by local businesses connecting with real people in our community every single day. When you support them, you support our local coverage. Over 75 years of Franklin County heritage. Want your business to be a part of it? Contact WCDT today. ESPN Radio Winchester. Franklin County plays here.
It's time for a local news break from the 931 Go News Center.
Winchester Utility System is asking customers to be aware of contractor crews now working throughout the service area as part of the utility's Advanced Metering Infrastructure, or AMI, upgrade project. Over the next several months, crews will be replacing electric and water meters across the community. Residents who see these crews in their neighborhoods are encouraged to know they are authorized to perform the meter replacement work as the utility continues upgrading its infrastructure and improving service for customers. The Franklin County Prevention Coalition is recognizing local businesses for their commitment to preventing underage alcohol sales. During alcohol compliance checks conducted Thursday in partnership with the Winchester Police Department, 21 of the 22 retail locations visited refused to sell alcohol to a minor. Coalition officials say the results reflect the dedication of local retailers to protecting young people and reducing youth access to alcohol. The coalition also thanked Detective Ryan Fuller, Detective Alex Bosch, and the Winchester Police Department for their continued partnership in promoting a safer and healthier Franklin County. And football fans will have the chance to hear from one of Tennessee's most legendary coaches later this month. The Franklin County High School Quarterback Club will host Dinner with Philip Fulmer on Sunday, July 26th, beginning at 5 p.m. in the Franklin County High School Gymnasium. Fulmer, a Franklin County native and former University of Tennessee head football coach, guided the Volunteers to the 1998 National Championship. Tickets are $50 each, with reserve tables for 8 available for $350. Tickets will go on sale Monday, July 13th, and may be purchased at Russell Barnett Chevrolet, ESPN Radio Winchester, or through any Franklin County High School Quarterback Club member. Seating is limited. For details on these stories and more, visit 931go.com. Stay informed and stay connected to your community with ESPN Radio Winchester.
When it comes to caring for your loved ones, choose a name you can trust. Inhabit Home Health in Winchester, located at 2068 Cowan Highway. We're here to provide compassionate professional care right in the comfort of your own home. From skilled nursing to therapy services, our team is dedicated to helping you or your loved ones achieve the best quality of life. Call Inhabit Home Health today at 931-967-0633 to learn more about our personalized care plans.
We had a plan, and then the microphones came on. You're listening to the starting lineup on ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester.
Back here on a Mayhem Monday. It is the starting lineup. Just nasty outside. And we're going to turn our attention over to Heath Automotive real quick, because I tell you what, if you don't have a good set of tires on your vehicle, simple days and weeks like this past week, they can become not so simple. They can really cause some issues. And especially if you've got a kid home from school, college, whatever the case is, before they head back, goodness gracious, make sure that they are on a safe set of tires. Go check their tires. And it's wait till maybe it stops raining. You don't have to go out there right now. But it is so extremely important that when it gets like this, when it gets nasty like this, that you've got good tread on those things. And we'll go out to Heath Automotive now and talk to Steve at Heath Automotive. Good morning, sir. How are you today?
Good morning, Joe. Good time to remind everybody that every time they turn their windshield wipers on, which has probably been quite often lately, and you say to yourself, oh, man, I've been meaning to change these things.
Yeah.
Come on in today and let's change them.
Yeah. Also, if you turn your windshield wipers on, turn your lights on, too.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, it is, a little bit of rain can cause a lot of issues, or at least make you aware of a lot of issues that could be going on with your car, from the tires that you're riding around on to the windshield wipers, to maybe you've got a bulb out, whatever the case is, and you guys can help them over there at Heath Automotive.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you get that uneasy feeling you're not good and stable on a wet road today, tires want to not hold or want to slip on you as you take off from an intersection or something, they're trying to tell you it's time to look at those tires.
Yeah. And we were talking about it as well. If you've got a student in town from maybe college or whatever the case is, they head back. It seems like earlier and earlier every year, but they're going to be heading back soon. And I recommend, if you have not gotten their vehicle serviced, if you have not checked those tires, before they head back, schedule an appointment to drop that thing off at Heath Automotive and have them go through it as well. You guys will give it the once-over and make sure that it's ready to go for the next school year.
Yeah. I remember when I went to Alabama, we went to school after Labor Day, I believe. So
Yeah.
things change.
I remember when I went to Alabama, I remember driving down there for student orientation, and the engine blew up on the way down there. Yeah, Chewy's giving me the surprised look. But that's why I bring this topic up just about every time we talk about going back to school or kids off at college, because I've been there, and I remember freshman year not having my vehicle for like the first half of the school year because it was in the shop getting worked on, and it seemed like every time I would get it back, there was something wrong with it. But that's because, as a college kid, I was trying to save money on it and just have some random Joe Blow do it instead of taking it to a place like Heath Automotive where I could trust the work that was being done.
Well, it's inconvenient. Even under the best of circumstances, it's still inconvenient without your vehicle. And, it's a whole lot better to try to address maintenance and repairs here at home while you're home. And you've usually got access to, somebody else to pick you up, take you. You've got another vehicle, access to another vehicle or something. And, but trying to head off, nothing's absolute. You can't be 100%, but you can head off a lot of issues many times with just a good maintenance inspection. It's time for an oil change, getting it up on a rack, being able to check tire wear, obvious problems, things like, your CV axles, you've got a boot that's busted and it's throwing grease. And, if you don't know about that, and at some point in time when that joint gets dry, it's going to fail, and then you're going to be sitting on the side of the road, things like that. Well, and many issues like that can be caught ahead of time.
We just had the Franklin County Prevention Coalition in studio with us this morning, and one of the things that Eric Smith from over there brought up was that the Prevention Coalition, for every dollar that's spent on prevention, it saves the community in tax dollars like from $10 to $60, depending on what study you look at. And I would liken that in a lot of ways to taking care of your vehicle. If you do the preventative stuff, it might cost you a dollar today, but it'll save you $10 tomorrow, so to speak.
Yeah, and And that's what we try to do. We're there to help with that, offer advice, guidance, suggestions, give you an estimate. Many times we get asked, what would you do? And it's, sometimes we even have to tell a customer, with the cost of what you need to do to fix this properly and age of the vehicle and things you may expect to have happen in the future, there's times we're going to suggest a repair not be done. It might be time to go to plan B.
Yeah, I understand that. You guys have so many different tire partnerships as well. If you go over to heathautomotivetire.com, you have a scroller that shows all the different logos of the partners that you guys have, and you've been in business for quite a while. But what do those partnerships mean to the buyer, to the customer at the end of the day?
Well, product knowledge is a big part of it. Your better manufacturers and distributors work with their dealers to provide that training, that product knowledge, keeping you up to date on changes that are going on, new tires being introduced, what the benefits to the customer are, so that when they do come in, and to many people a tire is just a tire. It's round, it's black, it rolls. So why should I buy this tire over that tire, brand A over brand B? What's the advantage to me? Why am I paying more money for this tire than I am brand B maybe?
Yeah.
And a good, knowledgeable tire professional is going to be able to lay that out for you, find out what you need, what your driving habits are, what your budget is, and they'll be able to help you make a good decision that's going to be the right one for you and your pocketbook.
You guys have access as well to a bunch of rebates and, too, as far as turnaround time. If you don't have something in stock, you have the ability to get it fairly quickly. That's one of the other things that I've experienced personally as well in working with the folks over there at Heath Automotive. Steve, if folks are driving around and they realize that they're slipping on the roads and they need to get a new set of tires put on their vehicle, or maybe they just want to, take advantage of that preventative maintenance like we talked about before their student heads back to school or whatever the case is, how can they find you guys over there at Heath Automotive?
Well, Joe, we're in Winchester. The address is 501 First Avenue Southwest. You can give us a call, 967-3880, and we're here to help.
They are, and in fact, they take the hassle out of the tire buying, and honestly, the entire process, whether it's tire buying or maintenance or whatever the case is. That is my firsthand experience. You guys make it easy, and I appreciate that.
Well, that's our goal every day.
All right, brother. Well, be safe out there in this wet weather. I know that you will, and we will talk to you soon.
Take care.
That is Steve over at Heath Automotive. Again, you can find him on the web at heathautomotivetire.com. Chewy.
Yes.
How are you doing, my friend?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
I'm making it.
Good.
So Brett jumped into the chat. I heard that he is headed to Wyoming on Wednesday this week. Just when the guy gets back in a groove of things here on the starting lineup, he's headed back out of town. But he's going on a mission trip as well.
Yeah, similar to how Miss Christie went, and he says he's going to be taking pictures for us, so I'm excited to see that too.
Yeah. If I was to go on a mission trip, I would like to go to Wyoming myself. We actually, our church, and he must be a part of the same like Baptist organization, because our church also sent a few folks on a mission trip out to Encampment, Wyoming, which is where he's headed. If I was to go out to Wyoming, I would love to go out there for a mission trip. I don't know. Can you convert moose? Is that what's out there? But like brown bears, bison. Yeah. Like what are it's my understanding that it's there's not a ton of people out there, and so I would like to hear the feedback on like what are we doing out in Wyoming from a mission trip standpoint. I'd love to hear that. I think that they're working on helping build out a church in a very rural community. I think that's what they're doing.
One of my best friends, I went to middle school, high school, and then we're friends all through our 20s and still now. She was adopted, funded by another church who was doing a mission trip in China.
Wow.
Because she's from Hong Kong, and that's where they went and adopted her.
Wow.
And then I also have another cousin who he went to Japan for his mission trip.
I heard that China, right now, I heard that China, the underground church in China, the underground Christian church in China, is actually the biggest church in the world.
Wow.
Right now. I don't know if that's 100% true. That's what I heard. But it makes for a good story. I think that it is true, though. I believe it.
Just from population density,
right?
It would make sense.
Yeah. But I love it. Miss Christie going on it. We had members of our church go on a mission trip. Canada is one of those places that here as of late, a lot of folks going up to Canada. There's a big Muslim population up in Canada as well. But it's interesting. I love hearing the stories about people going on these trips all over the place. It's interesting, though, when you think about Wyoming. Are they going up there to convert, like, the whole Dutton Ranch? Is that where they're located?
I don't know.
They need some help up there. From what I've seen,
I do know there's like a lot of like Latter-day Saints and people like that up there.
Yeah.
So that would be my guess, but I really don't know. I'm sure Brett will tell us.
I don't know. I just want to go to Wyoming.
Yeah. Just to see that pretty country up there.
Oh my gosh.
My dad said he went on a business trip up there one time. Some of the roads don't have speed limits because there's so few population that it's just impractical to have a 50-mile-per-hour speed limit.
Well, and I think that's what I've heard as far as the purpose for the mission trip up there is that because of the population density, a single church it can reach a large group of people.
Yeah.
And they come in from all over the place. You might have to drive an hour just to find a church to go to.
Wow.
Right? The closest church. I don't know.
Alice Davis jumped in saying, our church went to Gary, West Virginia once. This was the poorest area in the United States. Very sad to see the area so deteriorated after the coal mines closed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Chewy, is there a place, you've traveled a lot.
I have.
Is there a place that you have never been that you want to go to?
For a while, when I was like 18, I thought about joining the Peace Corps in Jamaica. Or just going to Africa.
Right.
But that's where I would probably go, is somewhere like that.
I could see you doing that. You just got to be careful. You don't want to go walking in the woods alone. Wear an orange vest if you're in the woods. Well, no, that's probably what's kept you from it. But people will think that you're a wild animal. So, be careful.
Yeah, I'll get 8, dude.
Yeah. And B, don't scare you. I think you're too scary to be in a Peace Corps.
I may have to do like Arctic Circle kind of thing, or do like the trips to go send the scientists food in Antarctica.
Yeah.
Be on the boat for that.
There you go.
That might be more my speed.
Yeah. Go save the whales or something.
Yeah. Go be crab fisherman.
Yeah. Takes a special type of person. All right. Or alien. We'll be back on the other side. It is the starting lineup. We'll wrap up this Mayhem Monday when we come back. ESPN Radio Winchester.
Previously from the Paul Feinbaum Show. I like your show. I've been watching you for years. I like you, but I don't like you. I don't know you like Tennessee or Alabama. I don't know which one you like, but I know you don't like the Auburn Tigers, man.
Willie, thank you. I'm a little bit confused by liking me and not liking me, but you laid out your case very well.
The Paul Feinbaum Show, weekdays at 3 Eastern on the ESPN app and on the SEC Network.
I'm Kristen Abraham, curator of Abraham Art Gallery right on the square in downtown Winchester. Looking for something unique? Every month brings a new featured artist, original art to inspire and share with the community. Come in, explore, and discover art that's ready to go home with you today. Whether you're redecorating, collecting, or just need something that sparks joy, this is your place. We're open Tuesday through Saturday. Find us on Instagram and Facebook. Visit abrahamgallery.com or stop by at 106 North High Street. You never know what you'll fall in love with.
Hey Rebel Nation, Dr. Orr and the caring team at Winchester Family Dentistry are proud to back every Franklin County athlete this season. From first grade flossers to varsity veterans, we believe healthy smiles build confident champions. Whether you need a routine cleaning, a last minute sports card, or a full smile makeover, we've got you covered right here in Winchester. Call 931-967-4143 or visit WinchesterFamilyDentistryTN.com to schedule. Winchester Family Dentistry, keeping Franklin County smiling one game at a time.
Looking to make a difference in Franklin County? The Franklin County Prevention Coalition works every day to build a safer, healthier community, free from substance misuse. Through education, outreach, and strong local partnerships, they empower parents, schools, and leaders to prevent addiction and support positive choices. From youth programs to community events, the coalition is here for you. Learn more or get involved today at fcpctn.org. Together, we prevent.
This project is funded under a grant contract with the State of Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services.
If your life depended on the mission succeeding, what would you care about? Would you care about the demographics of the crew? The moon does not care about your politics, doesn't care about your hashtags. It does not care about where you lie on social media arguments. It doesn't care whether you're male or female or black or white or rich or poor or conservative or liberal or religious or atheist or anything else, because reality does not negotiate. It just is. You can disagree with the facts, but they don't care about your feelings. It is a starting lineup. Thank you for tuning in. This is ESPN Radio Winchester.
There was an outline for today's show, but it didn't survive the opening segment. Back to Joe and Chewy on the starting lineup right here on ESPN Radio 1340-1069 WCDT Winchester.
Back here on the starting lineup, ESPN Radio 1340-1069 WCDT Winchester. Joe Abraham and Chewy wrapping things up. Apparently, Chewy, NASCAR had its most thrilling finish of the year this morning.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because the race didn't finish until like 3 a.m.
Oh.
I mean, can we take a look at how we are not just scheduling sporting events, but how available they are to access? It is driving me absolutely insane, and I don't know if there is anything that we can do about it at this point, but to watch sporting events nowadays, the way that they are spread out,
it's retirement behavior.
I never thought I would say that I missed cable or missed DirecTV. I would rather pay. You could pay remember when DirecTV was like $120 a month and people were losing their minds because of how expensive it is? I think $120 a month right now to have the access to all the things that you did would be saving probably like 50%.
Yeah, like $300 or $400.
To get the access to watch all of these things, money just ruins everything.
I'll be honest with you, Joe. I have not messed with a single streaming service. The only time I ever watch anything is with my dad or somebody else, because I am so frustrated with where is it at? How do I find it? Where do I got to see it? And then you got to Google, what apps is it on? Are you still subscribed to this app? Oh, I forgot to subscribe to it. It's pushed me away from TV to the point to where I watch very rarely. I watch television now.
Yeah.
Genuinely. I'll rent a movie, but not TV.
Money ruins all the programming, which is why I think people here locally love the starting lineup, because we don't have any money. I joke, but it's free. It's free for you to access ESPN Radio Winchester and your local content, and so we appreciate you doing that. We appreciate you guys getting involved in the show, being a part of it. If you have any suggestions this week as far as things that you want us to get into, discussions you want us to have, feel free to reach out, shoot us a text, shoot us an email, shoot us a Facebook message. Say, hey, talk about this. Can you talk about that? I love to talk about what the people want us to talk about. What's going on in our community? Speaking of that, we are going to continue the conversations regarding the whole election season. We got interviews that we've been doing that we're going to get out there, continue to get out there. We got more interviews that we're going to be doing. I actually reached out to all of the sheriff's candidates I think on Friday, and then over the weekend as well. I double back. And 2 out of the 3 sheriff's candidates, I offered them all follow-up interviews to the debate. Hey, is there something that you said that you want to clarify? Is there something you didn't get to say? And 2 out of the 3 want to come in and just do a little, I think it's like a 15-minute thing is what we're going to offer them. And we're going to record it. We're going to play it back before we do the debate for District 1 Seat A on Thursday. So David Eldridge and Stanley Bean will be coming into the studio Thursday for that at 6 p.m. Okay? We're going to spend an hour with them. If you're in District 1, you're going to want to watch that. And prior to that, we're going to follow up with a couple of the sheriff's candidates have already confirmed that they'd like to come in and just, again, communicate to the public, taking every opportunity that they can get to just talk to you guys and help you make a decision that you can feel confident in, whether it be voting for them or not. Each of them wants you to get involved in the process. And I think that the first way that we do that is make sure that we've got an informed electorate here locally. So I'm excited for that as well. But if you've got something, let us know what you want us to get into.
Give us some feedback on, debates, interviews, questions, stuff like that, things that you might want to see, want to hear about, need some answers to. Now's your opportunity to get involved.
Get involved now, because I tell you what, football season is right around the corner.
As soon as we start.
Tomorrow we're going to have Handsome Rob in studio to talk about the Tennessee Vols. And like Chewy said, once we start, ain't no looking back. And so a lot of the things that you might want us to get into, you're going to say, okay, yeah, hold on. We'll get to that later. But first I want to talk about what's going on with the Tennessee Titans. Or first I want to talk about what's going on with the football team over at Franklin County High School.
Alice Davis jumped in asking about the passports that the Chamber of Commerce have been giving out. She picked up hers at the Oldham yesterday. I haven't heard about this. Have you?
I have not.
We'll have to look into this for tomorrow's show.
Yeah, we'll look into it, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. Coming up on the other side, it is Reliable Rentals Swap and Shop. For Chewy, I am Joe Abraham. Stay safe out there. It is nasty. And if you need a new set of tires, go over to Heath Automotive. Again, this is ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester.
The starting lineup with Joe and Chewy is presented by Loco in Winchester. Right here in Winchester, Loco is doing things their own way. From locally roasted Loco coffee to a one-of-a-kind shop experience. It's a place that's built for the Franklin County community. So if you haven't stopped by yet, now's the time. Support local. Drink Loco coffee, fueling Franklin County mornings. Roasted right here in Franklin County. And don't forget to tune into the starting lineup, weekdays from 7 to 9.
It is the starting lineup. So the World Cup is going on right now in America, which means we have visitors from all corners of the world. They spend the last couple of weeks thinking, you know what? Americans aren't that bad. Nothing says welcome to America like a Belgian soccer fan waking up at 7:30 to some guy named Randy blowing up mortars in the backyard and a sleeveless Dale Earnhardt shirt. Welcome to America!
It's time for a community calendar update presented by Minuteman Press in Tullahoma.
From community events to hometown happenings, it's time to catch up on what's happening around Franklin County. If you're interested in learning more about the people seeking to serve our community, the Franklin County Candidates Town Hall takes place Saturday from 4 until 8:30 p.m. at the Franklin County Farmers Pavilion. Hosted by the Fraternal Order of Police, Harris Mitchell Lodge number 56, the event gives residents a chance to hear directly from local candidates, ask questions, and be part of the conversation. Food trucks and local vendors will also be on site, making it a great way to spend a Saturday afternoon. Another way to make a difference is by supporting the United Way of Franklin County's Stuff the Bus campaign. Donations of school supplies are being accepted now through July 17th at several businesses and churches across the county. Every backpack, notebook, and pack of pencils helps local students start the school year ready to succeed. Looking ahead, registration is now open for Franklin County's Tech Camp at the Townsend Community Center. Students entering 5th through 7th grades can enjoy a week of hands-on technology, games, activities, and even receive a free tablet to keep. Space is limited, so families are encouraged to register soon. And if you're looking to relax after a busy week, enjoy an evening of live music as Allison McCormick performs Saturday from 6 until 9 p.m. at Amigos by the Dock at Timsford Marina. It's a perfect way to enjoy great entertainment with family and friends on a summer evening by the lake. In a small area like Franklin County, staying connected matters. So stay connected to your community with 931 GO and ESPN Radio Winchester.